Fonoud, Mr. Amr Abdurrahman, journalist and political analyst. Good afternoon, sir.
Well, good afternoon to you and hello to the dear viewers.
Thank you so much. Well, Mr. Abdurrahman, now Egypt signed several agreements in the field of investment with the corporation of the World Bank, Finance Corporation. How do you see the importance of this, and what are the kind of investment agreements that were signed?
Dealing with the International Bank, the World Bank, and the international economical associations takes a very straight and a strong strategy, just like the Egyptian leadership is taken with measures of enhancing on the stability and the fruitful cooperation, as long as we're keeping our freedom of decision as taking the first measure, which is our best interest for the nation and for the country.
Yes.
Dealing with the World Bank means enhancing and concentrating on the projects of the private sectors. The private sector, it needs to be a part of the development process and working side by side, shoulder to shoulder, with the governmental projects that has set an example.
Yes, since you've mentioned, sir, since you've mentioned the private sector, that was a very important point in the investment agreements that were signed. The Premier asserted that the state's keenness on enhancing competitive to help private sector's investment and productivity. So what is the impact of achieving this goal on the economic process?
Well, of course, any country needs two wings to fly economically. We have the basis of the governmental projects, which are the mega projects that set an example for the whole world on how a country builds its own economy. We need for the private sector to go in and help and share the government and work side by side, using the opportunities, the facilities that the government is giving to the private sector to launch more projects. And for the private sector, they should be the businessmen and the private sector companies needs. They should concentrate on mega projects, industrial projects, agricultural projects, not just small projects on services or that kind of economy that's based on services. This short sight, this short strategy that cannot help the economy, the growth of the Egyptian economy. For us as a government, as well as the private sector, we need to work together on one strategy, which is growing our projects, making it really work for the economy of the country, helping people, giving opportunities for the nation, for the younger generations, for expertise to work to be used in their positions, to help the more investment, foreign investments from outside, and especially when we have those working together between investments from outside, along with the investments of the private sector, can help the growth of the international economy, as well as the governmental sector.
Yes, so Mr. Abdurrahman, the state seeks to enhance the role of the private sector in economic activities from 30% in order to reach to 65% within a time of 3 years only. So how could this be accomplished in your opinion?
Well, this can be only accomplished if the businessmen in Egypt change their point of views, their strategy, their economical methods. as I told you, they should change the way of thinking, their line of business from small-time projects, from the economy, that projects based on services, into mega and strong and bigger industrial projects. Especially not only concentrated around Cairo, but go to the Upper Egypt places. We need factories in Upper Egypt. We need factories in Sinai. We need for the private sector to share with its efforts and financing projects in Sinai, to go side by side with the governmental project, the major and the very important and patriotic projects that have been accomplished in Sinai. That means we are making our stability and even more fruitful future for the people in Sinai and in Upper Egypt. Those I concentrate on those sectors of the state because they have suffered a lot in the past decades. We need for them for the private sector to work side by side with the leading role of the government in the places that people need most. Work opportunities, jobs. They need better lives. This cannot ever be accomplished only by the government, but we need the help and the sharing by the private sector businessmen.
Sir, to what extent could the expansion of the private sector participation provide new job opportunities?
Well, of course, new projects, new industrial projects, new agricultural projects can pour job opportunities on those who are graduates from the colleges, from those who doesn't have work, those who are seeking to build their new lives for them in the new republic.
Yes. So,
giving
Mr.
hope
Yes.
for the nation.
Yes, of course. Mr. Abdurrahman, what is the role of the Supreme Investment Council in boosting the country's economic development?
It's the maestro, it's the mastermind of the whole investment operation in Egypt, and it's doing a great job uniting efforts between the private sector and the general sector, as well as working together with the foreign investments that are coming from abroad, using our opportunities, the large scale projects that we are communicating with the West and the East, to have common best interest and have the common fruitful outcome.
Yes. So how do you weigh the volume of foreign investments during the past years?
I believe we have accomplished a lot in this field. We have cooperation with Russia, with the U.S., with Germany. We have the most important project, which is building the new nuclear power station in Egypt. We have a very important field in electricity with Siemens from Germany. We have a very selective and a very important and directed strategy towards our own best interest, working side by side together with those powers in the world that seeks only the stability and only the fruitful outcome for the nations here in Egypt and other nations.
Yes, Mr. Abdurrahman, what are the measures that could be taken to encourage more investments and create a suitable environment for this?
We need a lot of work, of course. We need to make it clear for the private sector. It's easy for them. It's easier for them to accomplish their own projects. We need to focus on the major industrial projects. We need also to determine the priority sectors, to increase direct investments in the country, on granting and also granting investment incentive in customs and taxes for the target sectors. We needed to determine a unified investment map for all economic sectors as one vision that express that united vision that both sides, the governmental and the private sector, can share together on one strategy, one line of laws of investments.
Yes.
Also, yes.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information, Mr. Amr Abdurrahman, journalist and political analyst. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. Well, with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program, Cairo Local Time. My name is Amal Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.